Welcome back to Rise and Inspire. Daniel Harper was just a single dad trying to survive. Every morning before his warehouse shift, he took his 6-year-old daughter, Lily, to a small corner café. It wasn't fancy. Just cheap pancakes, warm milk, and 5 quiet minutes before the world got heavy again. That morning felt normal, until it wasn't. A sharply dressed woman sat alone near the window. Simple black coat. No jewelry. No makeup. She didn't look rich. She looked tired. Suddenly, 3 loud businessmen entered the cafe. Expensive suits. Arrogant smiles. One of them bumped into the woman's table, spilling her coffee. "Watch where you're sitting," he snapped. The cafe went silent. She quietly apologized. But they didn't stop. "Maybe if you can't afford better clothes, you shouldn't sit here pretending," another one laughed. Daniel's daughter squeezed his hand. "Daddy, why are they being mean?" Daniel stood up. He wasn't rich. He wasn't powerful. But he wasn't afraid either. "Hey," he said calmly. She said sorry. "That's enough." The men turned. "Stay out of it," one growled. Daniel stepped closer. "No. You don't get to bully someone because you think you're better." The room froze. The woman looked at him, surprised. One of the men shoved Daniel lightly. "Hero, huh?" Daniel didn't back down. "You touch her again, and we'll have a problem." The cafe owner quietly reached for the phone. The businessman scoffed, but something in Daniel's eyes made them hesitate. They muttered insults and finally left. Silence returned. Daniel sat back down like nothing happened. The woman walked over slowly. "Thank you," she said softly. Daniel shrugged. "My daughter's watching. I have to set an example." She smiled faintly. "You don't know who I am." Daniel chuckled. "Doesn't matter." She studied him for a moment, then left. Daniel thought that was the end of it. He was wrong. The next morning, Daniel arrived at work. And froze. 3 black luxury cars were parked outside the warehouse. Men in suits stood by the entrance. His boss ran toward him, pale. "Daniel, what did you do?" Before he could answer, the same woman from the cafe stepped out of one of the cars. But today, she looked different. Elegant white suit. Diamond earrings. Confidence that filled the air. Everyone around her stood straighter. She walked toward Daniel. "My name is Victoria Laurent." The boss nearly fainted. She was the CEO of one of the largest tech investment firms in the country. A billionaire. The same men from the cafe. They were junior partners in a company she was about to acquire. And after reviewing security footage from the cafe, she canceled the deal. In front of everyone, she said. "A man who earns minimum wage showed more integrity than executives earning millions." She turned to Daniel. "You defended me when you had nothing to gain." Daniel swallowed. "I just did what was right." Victoria smiled. "That's exactly why I'm here." Inside the office, she handed him a folder. "I started with nothing too," she said. "And I never forget who stands up for others." Inside the folder. A full scholarship fund for Lily, private education until university. A management position in one of her companies, triple his current salary. Daniel stared at the papers. "Why?" Victoria's voice softened. Because character is rare. And I invest in rare things. Tears filled Daniel's eyes, but he held them back. I didn't help you for a reward. I know, she replied. That's why you deserve one. Weeks later. Daniel watched Lily walk into her new school. He remembered that small café. One moment. One decision. He didn't defend a billionaire. He defended a stranger. And sometimes. That's how destiny tests you, you never know who's watching. But more importantly, your children are. If you believe kindness always returns. Speech balloon comment respect. Thumbs up like. Bell subscribe to Rise and Inspire for more powerful stories.